Hi.
I shouldn't point on camera.
Well, here we are at our holiday special.
Welcome to Holiday Special Land.
Look how holiday I am. I don't do this. I do not do this.
You do it now. Your holiday. You've got more flair. There.
If I turn this on, can you even see it on camera? Hang on.
Let's find out.
Is it doing anything?
Yes, and please leave that on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love it.
It's not annoying?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's festive.
Okay.
Let me get there. Now it'll start cutting between. Now.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Nate.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I am your host of the Flatlander Show. I'm also the managing partner of brand for Flatlander Studio, and I'm here with my illustrious colleague and partner, Nate Voss.
I'm Nate. I am the other founder and managing partner of product and product design at Flatlander Studio here in KC.
Yeah.
And it's our single December episode.
Which is great. It's great because it's going to be, as you described it, extra long and extra flat. So here we are.
Okay.
We've got so much holiday festive stuff to do your ASMR.
Okay, so we're doing a little marshmallow ASMR here. Jet Puff, feel free to send us product placement.
Thank you, Jet Puff. Yes, thank you.
Get us to talk about how much we love these marshmallows.
Do you like marshmallows?
Do you not?
I think that is a marshmallow explosion.
This is going to insulate and keep it warm.
Oh, it's snowing.
There we go.
Okay.
There
Wow.
We go. Okay.
Wow. Thank you.
More. Just
okay.
to the table, just for effect.
You know who's gonna love this?
Ants.
No, good boy Archer.
Archer, our marshmallows are okay for dogs.
Yes, marshmallows are okay for dogs.
Okay, don't tell my family that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put these over here.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes. Merry, happy Christmas and happy
holidays. All the wonderful holidays.
It's not that hot. It's drinkable.
No, it's great.
I'm going to be going ham on these marshmallows the whole episode.
Awesome. What's on your wish list this year?
My wish list this year is, we talked about this, I think maybe briefly. I'm getting way into solving the LED Christmas lights situation. So I've got a couple warm LED Christmas light encased properly. I don't have C9s coming. I have C7s coming. I have a test string from a company called Tone, which I guess is based in Utah. There's another company called Vita something, and they do the small ones, and Tone does the ones. But they're both exploring the same tech to get back to warm, incandescent feeling lights. And so what I think they're doing, you know how I have several of these upstairs. You get your vintage style lights that look like they have filaments in there, but it's really LEDs done warmly.
Boo. Sorry. It's a trigger for me. So continue.
Okay. Well,
continue.
Yeah. So they're as close as we've gotten. So we're an LED house, but we like those because they emulate as close as you can get
the warmth.
And there are companies who are now exploring that for Christmas lights. Your normals, your GEs and your whatever you buy at Targets, they don't care. And they're all this like blue color spectrum, ultra bright, horrible modern Christmas lights.
They're the worst.
So these couple companies, and Sylvania, I think, is working on this as well, and you can find those
I saw them at Target.
So I've got some test strings coming, but there's a bit of a supply shortage this year, and it's growing in popularity enough that they have both branding and online advertising, which is how I found out about them at all, so they're going fast. So my plan is, my Christmas wish list is to validate quality of this product and then wait till things come back in stock in probably, I don't know, June or whenever, and stock up on good Christmas lights. So I think that this will hopefully be our last year of horrible LED Christmas lights here.
This has been a thorn in my side since 2008. Like when the first whiff of regulations came out about LED mandates and we're going to phase out incandescent lights, I was offended, like viscerally, physically offended. Like I knew it was coming. It would be DMV Christmases for the rest of my life. Like that blue, that harshness. You see it in headlights now too, right?
Yeah.
Like I can barely see to drive because it's so harsh. But the new ones, I think like that blue light that you were talking about is in the 5,000, 6,500 realm, and you want it down, I think, like in the 2,500 realm, and that's what the new ones are trying to do.
Yeah.
I still think it's fake. I still love the authentic C9s, and that's what we have on our house.
So the upside is you should be able to connect more than 3 of them together without shorting out a fuse.
That's true. We have.
So we're looking for that.
Oh, okay.
So we're getting some upside. I'll let you know. I'll check in, viewers, and let you all know how these lights do, and then would kindly request that you stay the heck away from them until I buy enough, and then you guys go nuts.
I will tell you, the lights that we have on our Christmas tree are vintage incandescent from our wedding.
Oh, just the other day.
Just the other day.
But
that's how long they've lasted. Like multiple decades now.
Yeah. I love that we've got a few things in the house that are so like, oh, we got this for our wedding.
Yeah.
Megan, what is on your wish list for this holiday season?
Oh, I just want time to read.
Yeah? What are you reading?
Everything that I didn't read last year. It took me a year to get through Dante's Divine Comedy. I've made it like a third of the way through the Brothers Karamazov.
Just some light reading.
I started that before Christmas. No, right after Christmas last year, and it's still on my nightstand. Last year, my daughter and my husband gave me the best gift ever, which was 60 seconds of uninterrupted book grab at Barnes & Noble or wherever I wanted to go. 60 seconds, go. And I got to do a planning loop. So I knew, okay, this is the section I want to hang out in, and this is the section I want to hang out in. Go. It was the best gift ever.
That's so much fun.
They had fun watching me because mom's running in a retail environment is always funny.
Yeah, that's a good time. Time. Did you asked me about this some time ago. Did you ever get anywhere with the Silmarillion?
No.
Okay. Like I've told you, it's a difficult read.
It is a difficult.
It's all there.
It's how many times do I have to start it and put it down? A lot.
We've got it, Megan. We've got a guest joining us in the show.
Oh, hi.
I don't think go back up. Go back up. Not safe here. Let's coming down.
Wow. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? Oh, wait. It's right above your head.
Is it showing? No, it's coming off from the lamp. There's
do you see this?
Bitsy.
I do believe it wants a marshmallow. If it's right here.
Yes. You can totally see it on camera.
It's here.
Okay, I got to get this guy out of here.
Okay. In a nice way. Oh, that's so nice.
I'm just going to... He's down. He's safe. That was totally on camera. I'm hoping for a good boy. I still haven't built the good boy alert animation, so maybe over the holiday break I can put some time on
now
that.
We need an insect alert.
Oh, Jesus. Cheers.
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 All right.
Does that spider have a name?
It would have to be Kringle, right?
Okay, maybe Kringle. Thank you, Kringle.
Okay. Quick yes or no's while we're on Christmas topics.
Yes.
Matching Christmas PJs, yes or no?
The family really likes them. I'm ambivalent. I like
you
the
go
pajamas.
along?
I would go along if they were delivered. They have been delivered in the past. I don't think we have those sets.
Do you get
right
them
now.
every year?
No.
Popcorn tins, yay or nay?
Gotta pass only because I would destroy them individually.
You like them too much.
They're a threat. Yeah, the cheesy popcorn. You get your caramel corn. You get your cheesy popcorn. You get your regular popcorn.
Cinnamon.
You get cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like I would take regular, cheesy cinnamon would be my ideal mix. Maybe I need to Okay. We grew up with the there's always too much caramel.
Yeah, there really
always
is.
too much caramel.
Yeah.
So getting rid of the caramel, opting for cinnamon.
That would be a win. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can do that with Topsies. I think you can choose.
I'm going to probably get in there.
Yeah. Elf on the Shelf, yes or no?
We have an elf named Elfina. She visits us every year. She is a troublemaker and a half. She has got personality. We haven't seen her yet this year because the letter has not been delivered to Santa.
Okay.
Prompting her appearance because we haven't got the mantle set up because it has just been a wild and crazy December and we're only 9 days in.
Yep. Ugly sweaters.
I only have beautiful sweaters, but I do have a Totoro one, and I was almost going to wear the Totoro one, but I was like, this might be my only opportunity. My mom got me this. Shout out to moms.
Thanks, moms.
I've got a lot of these. This is the best one. This is the originator.
The fisherman sweater?
Yeah. This is
How many do you have?
Okay, I got white, I got orange, I got red, I got gray, I got black, I got teal. I have 6.
Wow.
And
I would say that is not an ugly sweater.
No, it's not.
That's probably like the most beautiful kind of sweater.
The most beautiful sweater I own.
Yeah.
What about you?
I know, no, I do not own an ugly sweater.
Okay.
This is as close as I get.
Okay. Yeah.
This is it. I've
You can
never.
rock that look. You don't feel like you have to take that off.
I feel like I have to take it off. It's squeezing my brain. But no, I've never participated in an ugly sweater contest. I've never.
I liked it when it started, and then it became Christmas sweaters should be ugly.
Yeah.
And now they're like beautiful, ugly sweaters.
You buy the ugly sweater. Last one, candy canes that are not peppermint flavored.
Absolutely. We got the Skittles ones upstairs. Oh, yeah. No, I'm 100%. Yeah, the fruity
You're
ones.
in. Yeah.
Now, as mentioned, I attempted to have candy canes to put into these hot chocolates as well.
No bueno.
I forgot very much about the brittleness of candy canes, tossed them onto the table like a caveman, Megan, and they just went, kapow! And I was like...
That could have been
not a
garnish.
single one.
I do remember the OG of non-peppermint candy canes, and you can still get them. I think Brock's still makes them.
Okay.
They're red, yellow, blue striped, and they're cherry flavored. If you got one of those back in the day that was not peppermint flavored, that was Christmas.
Brock's still kicking around because talking about candy makers, they never miss.
I do not know if Brock's exists as Brock or if it's a brand under.
Oh, did they get? Yeah.
I don't know.
As far as I'm aware, that they never missed. Every candy they make is amazing.
So I was doing some thinking about a year in review. I officially started this summer, announced at the end of the summer.
At Flatlander Studio.
At Flatlander Studio.
Our product studio where we make and brand beautiful products that people love.
I love that. Embedded commercials. That's perfect. Yeah, so I was just thinking about what we've seen, what we've experienced over the last year. And most recently, you presented at GEWKC.
Yes.
And that was a first for me, a second for you. I kind of want to hear about like your experience, like comparing year over year and then preparing for your presentation. So for those who don't know, what is GEWKC? What is it?
Okay, so it's the KC branch of Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Okay.
Which is a celebration and empowerment of entrepreneurs, especially here in Kansas City. You could go to that and find a vibrant entrepreneurial community.
Of all walks, all kinds of businesses. Yeah.
So right there, my first year was last year, 2024. And I walked in thinking, it's going to be very techy. It's going to be very startup-y because we've got that scene here in Kansas City as well. And found that there was some presence of that. But really, it was like I met really awesome people doing totally non-startup small businesses. Like my favorite people I met it was a guy who wanted to start a barbecue food truck and a woman wanting to open a seltzeria for hard liquor seltzers. And just, hey, no, I'm just starting a business. I do this thing that I'm passionate about. And maybe it's brick and mortar, maybe it's online, maybe it is tech, but it was this whole like melting pot of we're all in this, we're all starting businesses, we're all choosing that path. And for me, that was right around the time last year that we announced that we had a company at all. And we had not yet announced that you were a part of it.
Right.
Guess what, gang? The whole time. And so it was just like cresting this wave. That was the first time we had our business cards. And it was a really eye-opening experience for me. And we had pitched, like I found out about it early in the year and had pitched a talk. Upon going the first year, I realized that the talk that I pitched for 2024 was wildly inappropriate because it was so tech and startup focused. It was about the methodology of and workflows of creating a great app, which would have been very tiny subset of the audience. Not only
because not everybody needs an app or wants an app.
Not everybody needs an app, and not everybody who does need one is involved in the day-to-day
creation
process and creation of that thing. And after having an amazing experience, really changed like my approach to running our small business and helped us formalize some things and formalize some of our thinking around things. I did want to try to present again and thought, okay, what does someone starting a food truck, what does someone opening a small location in a strip mall to sell arts and crafts supplies, which is just the world that they love, what do they need? what intimidates them, what roadblocks can we assist with, and it wound up being a presentation basically on small business tech stacks, getting your website up, getting your purchasing fundamentals down, getting your ability to accept money in one place through multiple methods, getting online, getting to sales, getting to promotions, getting to newsletters and emails and coupons and loyalty programs, and finding a way to walk people through that in a way that would not be intimidating, in a way where they could find their level along that very quickly and not feel intimidated or overwhelmed by what's in front of them, but feel empowered by what they've already put into place and into practice.
Yeah.
And I got to give that presentation in outer space.
I love that room. Because at first, I don't know if you were keen on it. Oh, they're sticking me in the planetarium. Now, at Union Station, it's a historic train station.
That was the site of the conference.
Site of the conference, a couple different big meeting rooms, and then one session room in the planetarium. And it's exactly what you think. It is a dome where they project all sorts of like cosmology and star shows and things like that.
It's outer space.
Yeah, but it's projected.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. And it's dark, and the seats sink back, and you're as it should, because it's a dome. But I thought it was perfect.
And it was right after lunch.
It was right after lunch. So sleepy
it is the
time.
coziest room there.
Yeah.
And there's like white noise, like it's all going.
Like you're going to get a massage or something like that. Yeah.
And and it was great. We had already started. We've got in our visual design language a lot of land and a lot of sky. And sometimes that sky is at end. Outer space looks great. Clouds look bleh. So we already have that visual language. And I was like, oh, they've put me in the planetarium. We're going full-blown outer space.
Perfect.
We're going to make constellations. So I do want to thank everybody who showed up. I want to thank everybody who registered and the half of you who showed up. And we had some good and some spirited discussion about what platforms are actually good.
Yeah.
And it was really great. And I'll tell you that I did feel taken well care of by the conference committee. So big thank you to everybody at GEW and at SourceLink KC who helps put that event on, and everybody who helped put that event on.
It was a well-produced event.
It was, yes. I did. Okay, so I did present from a PDF, and they were like, your options are PowerPoint and PDF. But then our friend Shayla did present out of
Canva.
And I clocked that, and I was like, okay, I'm done forever. Whatever.
Did you ask her about that? How did she get away with that?
I haven't had a chance. Shayla, if you're watching, drop a like and a comment and tell us how did you just brute force them into letting you present out of Canva so that you had a nice presentation, because I want to know your secrets. Because I presented from a PDF. Because the reason that I couldn't is because typeface and design is obviously very important to me, and I knew from a lifetime of history that no matter what I did, PowerPoint was not going to have our fonts.
Nope.
So I was like, I can't risk it.
I do believe that your slides were the most well-designed that I've seen at the show, at the conference. No, and that is no BS.
Wait, let me give you the millennial response. Yes, they were. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry to my millennial friends. I'm sorry. It's an inside joke. But no, thank you.
No,
Thank you.
I thought they were.
I was really nervous, more so about the design of my slides and the presentation thereof than actually giving the presentation. And that's just
really?
That's the way my brain's wired.
Oh.
Like I can get up and talk in front of people and have very little, I don't know, anxiety. Once I get going, and we're doing it now.
Yeah.
And I'm good to go and I'll be fine. But man, I need those slides to look good. I really just
And
do.
they did. They did.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
They did. What were your takeaways? That was your presentation, but we both went to many different sessions. Some sessions we saw together, sessions we saw apart. What, especially compared to 2024, were there any big takeaways or like the single thing this year compared to last year I want to apply, I want to take forward into 2026? Anything like that?
Yeah. So over the, he says, straight out of 1987. I was focused this year really on like operational factors of running a small business, banking, money, just getting sorted in that direction. There's a lot of topics there for that. A lot of them are here's how to get someone else to give you their money and become a part owner in your business, which we are not currently pursuing. But there were a couple that were really useful. We worked on, Shayla's was great with working on pricing your service business. Shout out there. There was a great one on marketing in the modern social media landscape, and a lot of them were very valuable to me in a practical sense of just, we're operating a small business. It's 2025. It's almost 2026. What is necessary there to be sustainable? And for me, yeah, good. And then also there was just like, again, for me also, a lot of connections, met a lot of great people, reconnected with some old friends.
I know. And good to see you, Adrian.
Yeah,
good to see you.
100%. Hope you had fun at that parade. And it was, I love that. Yeah, I'll be attending that in perpetuity. And we had a couple other friends show up, and maybe you get what you need and you're ready to bound forward, or maybe you want to keep going back for that energy. But yeah, great conference. What about you?
It was my first go, and I thought it was a good groundswell of entrepreneurial energy. How about that? Like, it's a great centering event. Timing's great because everyone's thinking about the next year. So I thought it was a really well-run event. I think I have a horrible habit of expecting a lot from presenters. I really expect whoever is speaking to be an expert, and I expect them to give me something that I couldn't ever possibly know or find out on my own. Give me something, and I'm looking for something practical. I want an action step. I want something that I can apply relatively quickly. So in that measure, I wasn't completely bowled away. And I think that is because I saw a lot of presentations, a lot of slides use AI. Yeah. And they're the human that has somewhat organized the slides. I don't even know if that's really true, but they're the ones that is delivering what AI has told them to deliver. And that was disappointing. I understand why people do it because it makes it very clear, and everything's bulleted and there's emojis, and that's just very clear. So I felt like there's a lot of 101 basics that I probably could have done by putting in my own prompt on their topic. So that was kind of disappointing. However, the flip side of that is two things. The presenters who did not use AI in their slides that have probably been presenting for a couple years.
Probably hit that topic a couple times.
Probably
maybe not coming and doing that topic for the very first time in their whole life.
That was refreshing. I'm like, listen, guy, I know that you've been doing this consulting work on exit strategies for many years, and I love it. I love you for it. Or Shayla was another good one. Thank goodness. I know Canva's full of templates. Use the templates, but put your own thoughts in versus just AI copy and paste stuff. There was another woman who was talking about building communities from a storytelling angle. She did great. And it was not sophisticated slides at all. And that's what made me really like her presentation. It was good information, but I liked what she put together because it was her. And is she using some clip art? Yeah, old clip art. And I loved it. It was just charming for that reason. The other flip of the flip is that because many professionals, I'm not going to call them experts, but they are professionals in the space, because they are presenting on these topics and leaning on AI to help organize. That should be really inspiring for any of you, that you too can give a presentation. Like, it is possible for you to study something and organize what you've learned and share it with others. That should be on your 2026 vision board. That should be a goal.
Good boy alert. Doggo going nuts upstairs.
Is it Amazon?
That'd be cool. I'd take a delivery. So maybe I can't say what I hope that it might be on air because we have not announced something related to that. I almost said it out loud. Sorry. Hey, you know what we're doing in 2026?
What are we doing in 2026?
We're working on product number 2 here at Flatlander Studio.
Proprietary product number 2.
So one of the things that's unique about our business model is that we offer both client service, but we also, and this came up at the conference. I got the question a few times, what are you doing for funding? You've got a product out there and you're already working on your second, and you did a massive update to your first. What are you doing for funding? And I was able to say, nothing. We self-fund. because of the client side of our business enables us. Thank you.
And what was the reaction? Like when you would say that?
Yeah. Huh.
Because there was so much funding talk.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. So in 2026, look for news. Head to Flatlander.studio. Sign up for that newsletter if you want to become a beta tester. And there might be other ways to get into that mix early, but something related to the topic of the second app. A few things are on the way and in the mail. Maybe it's my Christmas lights. I don't know.
Be.
Maybe
Either
something
way.
just showed up. That's very exciting.
Either way.
And I'm not going to go up and find
I
out
love
what
this
it is.
anticipation. Hey, it's Advent. Something's coming. I feel like we're tapping into, we've got to wait. So
I love a good anticipation.
Yeah. All right. So any other takeaways for you from the event? Or how about just looking over the last year?
So this has been our first full year. We started off great. We picked up our first client. We're very happy to have added
A few more.
and very happy for everyone who's supported us. Even if it's not, oh, I have a client for you or let me hire you. We have a lot of people in the local community who have been supporting us. So shout out to our friends. And yeah, we got to add you in the summer and make that big announcement. We got to do our first go with self-coding our apps. So we did hire development for our very first release. We did do development in-house.
Yeah.
For that update and that was the test of could we do second major app using those methods, and so far we're getting there. We've got a production timeline sketched out. I have updates for you about that, by the way, that we'll talk about tomorrow in a normal business meeting and not a podcast. And that's been very exciting. So it's been to me it's felt like a ramp up year as we've been slowly gaining speed as we go. I do think that my favorite business part of the year was watching the response to you announcing that you were and had always been a part of this company.
That was fun. Yeah. That was fun. And we launched this show.
This show,
in addition to everything else, building from the ground up and trying to get things up and running, we launched a show. So
what's been your biggest entrepreneurial growth as a business owner that you saw over the past year?
Aside from all the practical tool learning that I'm doing as a woman wearing many hats now as an entrepreneurial person, I think the biggest thing was just affirmation that an entrepreneurial path is possible and viable.
Yeah.
So to me, as I'm looking over the last year, what I see, and this, I don't mean to be negative, but there's this feeling, this shift, and I can't quite explain it, but it feels with AI really coming into workflows now, work, specifically in the corporate sense, can feel a little hostile to the average working person, right? The average employee. And that makes you, as an employee, probably feel really vulnerable. So the idea of like return to office mandates and things like that, I feel like there's this underbelly of using return to work or a lot of these massive layoffs that are happening over and over, or surprise firings that I'm seeing a lot on LinkedIn. And my heart's just breaking just because of the volume that's happening.
It's been going on for a while.
And part of it can be AI coming in to replace some sorts of roles. Although I do feel like AI, for the ones that are left, actually increases your workload. Like it gets rid of some things, but really your expectation of productivity increases. So that's we'll save that for another episode. Yeah. But I do feel like corporations are using AI to restructure, reorg, and some of it is for payroll optics and shareholder reporting and all of that kind of stuff. So what's a person to do? I feel like entrepreneurship is pretty exciting, where you get to chart your own success, you get to chart your own course, you get to shape and make decisions that would have been far beyond or really at arm's length in any other corporate sense. So for me, it's just validation. That's probably my biggest.
Yeah, one of the things that I've found to be really interesting about that whole shift is right now, and rightly, I think a lot of people are alarmed at companies looking to reduce costs. It's all just going to be AI now. And that's happening because they're buying into the sales pitch, and nothing is really delivering on that sales pitch as of yet. But it's a race to see who will get there first. And that's where all the money's coming in. But as it's reducing costs for great big companies, it is also eliminating a certain need for capital for entrepreneurs. And you used to need a lot of money. If you were a startup, it's like, how are you getting funding? Where's your funding coming from? Now, if you're spry and enough about what you're doing, and you can actually lean on the same tools that are being prompted to replace people and replace the institution instead, and then you get a shot at making something that people can truly care about without all of the financial overhead and
investment
and maybe you don't need $10K for development out of the blue because and that's good. And we've talked about this. It's not like I have so much respect for the entire engineering community, and I know many engineers who have great respect for the design community, but if you would be stopped from creating the thing that you believe in most because you don't have the design skill set, but now something can help you with that, or you would be stopped from moving a product idea forward because you can't quite mental map the syntax of 3 or 4 coding languages to bring an app to life in the way you want to see it, but now you've got a tool that can help you with that. That, I think, is very interesting.
That's probably AI's best use. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's AI's best use.
I think that point of view of it, of empowering individuals rather than institutions, is something that's getting overlooked.
Yeah.
I do not think anyone is cooked, fam. I do not think any industry is going to die, and I would celebrate human engineering and human creativity over a computer's passing concept, facsimile, or tracing thereof any day.
Okay, we're going to put a pin in that and return to that topic in 2026. Okay, all right. Let's talk about holiday parties.
What?
Let's talk about holiday parties. Just because it's fun. I've been to a fair amount of holiday parties, but not as many as I thought I had.
Yeah.
Actually. And part of it, COVID took a big chunk out of gatherings and things like that. In your opinion, what makes a good holiday party?
Company holiday party. What makes a good one? Excellent question. Okay. This is coming from design industry side. I think you've got to have the right cozy mod atmosphere.
Okay. Venue?
Yep. Venue or the dressing of a venue. I think you've got to have the appropriate booze. You don't want PBR and six-packs at a Christmas party. In fact, beer at a Christmas party, unless it's some kind of really high quality or
Boulevard
special,
Nutcracker?
Some special thing, it brings it down. It brings so overall a hint of sophistication to the entire affair. You want food. You got to feed people at a Christmas party. You can't not. It's a holiday tradition is people get fed, whether that's at your home or your work. And then, outside of that, just some good music, everybody keeping their hands to themselves, and good times had by all. And safe ways to get home.
Okay, so based on that criteria,
yeah,
have you had that experience? What, in your memory, what has been your best corporate holiday party?
I've got a couple I want to give shout-outs to. Okay, my first ever Christmas party was at this tiny design shop, which is larger now, but it's tiny at the time. Tiny design shop in Omaha, and we went to the owner's new house, and she had found a very 60s, maybe 50s, I don't know, but a very mod house, and she had just bought it and just decorated, wanted to show off her house. She catered this party, and everyone got an iPod.
What?
Yeah, it was a small company, so everybody got an iPod,
and
I won't say which one it was to date myself, but that was really cool, and that was a great party, and everyone had a lot of fun, and it was real small, and then we all went home. There was a banger at the large agency in Omaha that I later worked at. What's really funny is there was a company in between those two. Wait, no, I went from small, then I went to big, then I went to medium. At the medium one, I started after Christmas and was gone before the following Christmas, so I never went to their Christmas party, and I'll bet it would have sucked. Anyway, one of the big ones, we went to one of the partners, maybe partner, I don't know, the head of PR, great guy named Doug. Went to his house. Doug's got a great house and has a great basement with what was at the time huge TVs were not yet commercially affordable as they are today. Right now, you can walk into any old store and get a 75-inch TV for a song.
Yeah.
It's not the case.
Yeah.
So he had, and I think we put on Live Aid, and man, we all just rocked out and had a great concert going experience and huge party. It was so good that then the next year they tried to emulate that same vibe, and it was not recapturable.
I do think that is an element. You can't recreate awesomeness at a party.
It was lightning in a bottle. The other two that I want to give shout outs to was one of them that you were not at. This might be on your list of worst Christmas parties. Was at an airplane hangar.
Yeah.
It was real cool, great vibe. Everything about it was awesome. There were so many nice people. Everything was blue.
It was blue. I didn't.
And it was like the TWA museum was in the hangar, and so you got to go see all this kind of like old TWA stuff. There was a simulator that I did not realize was paid, and I kept trying to hop in and get a turn on one of my friends, and then I only found out later that he had paid money to be in there, and I was like, sorry, and I still feel bad about that. His name's Nate too, and that it was just a lovely party. One of my other favorite Christmas party events happened there, where I had a coworker named Stephanie who I didn't know real well, but we were aware of one another in passing. It was a very big agency. And my wife's name is Stephanie, and I shouted out, "Hey, Stephanie, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go do this thing real quick. I'm going to go to this other room." And Stephanie, coworker right next to Stephanie, my wife, was just like, "Oh, okay." And I probably hadn't talked to her for 3 months before that, but she clocked it, took it right in stride, shout out right there. And then it must be mentioned that I did spend 3 years as a product designer for Garmin. Garmin's a large company in Olathe. Kansas City, the southern part is Olathe. And their holiday party, Megan, is a convention center.
What?
It is the full convention center.
How many people are attending this party?
3,000 to 6,000 people.
What?
Yeah. Because maybe you got 3,000 employees, and I don't know what the real number is, and then each one of them is bringing a guest.
I cannot even imagine. That is...
It's like going to a conference that's one evening only. They'll have a huge room for the presentation, and
wait, there's a presentation.
There's an end of year. Here's what we did as a company presentation.
Oh, okay.
For a company involved in as many things as Garmin is, it's quite wild. The aerospace division will get up there and be like, "Our big win this year was the guidance and targeting system for the new Apache attack helicopters," and then the next guy will get up and be like, "Yo, we got some Disney watches coming out, and it's got Mickey Mouse on it." And you got to take that like shock value of tonal shift in stride. So yeah, that's all a part of it. And you go in there. It's like, it reminds me of, okay, used to go to the Addies. The Addies are the advertising awards, like creative awards presentation. I got to a point at the Addies where like when it was time to give the presentation of the winners, like I just wouldn't even go in, because I was just there to party and have fun. And I didn't care. Yeah. I was like, maybe I didn't even know. Like at that point, like I was doing, the work I was doing at the company we were at was not getting submitted for, it was functional.
Sure.
It was, like user experience, like we're trying to accelerate the purchase funnel for this hotel. So it was not getting submitted for those. And the Garmin thing just was like, oh, they're going to go do a thing for an hour and they talk about they're going to do the presentation. Maybe I'll just go to this other room, because that was the big room. And then there were other rooms, and each room would have a theme. And there would be the like Cirque du Soleil. There's like women doing aerials off of ribbons and stuff coming down from the ceiling. There's like an old timey speakeasy room. There was a gambling room. There was a cozy fireplace room. All of these other party rooms, which would be smaller and maybe the size of our studio space, the larger studio space around us. And you would pick your breakout room and go party there. And each one would have its own bar. And
Its own food, its own theme.
food was regulated to the big room.
Oh.
And as with shrimp platters for 6,000 people, you're going to want to get in early and then leave. Yeah, just massive parties. There was, I would say, a difference between being in a design or advertising industry vibe of Christmas party and going to a more, let's say, corporate space.
I agree.
Behavior was less of an issue.
I agree.
But maybe there was some cost. Maybe the cost was a little bit of the fun.
Yeah.
So there's probably a happy medium in between there where everyone can be well behaved, but also just a little bit not.
These sound like amazing parties.
Yeah, those were the bangers. I struggle to think of a bad company holiday party. And then COVID hit and I haven't been to one since.
Oh.
We're going to have a holiday party here in a little bit. And I'm wondering if you reached out and you were like, yo, I think we should have a holiday party this year. Was it because you were planning this portion of the show?
No.
Awesome.
Just like a holiday dinner.
I love it.
Right.
Tell me about your holiday party history.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. Looking back, there were plenty of parties that were really luncheons.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't want to invite spouses or significant others. We're keeping costs down. And okay, one was a potluck. And I'm like, you cannot call this a company party when the employees have to provide their own party.
Yeah.
I do think what you said, like the agency parties versus company parties, different. And
very different vibe.
I would say my company parties, way better.
Aw.
Way better.
Aw.
Way better than the agency parties, in my opinion, my experience. And other people may have had fabulous times at advertising agency parties. I felt like it was showtime. Here's my new girlfriend, my new boyfriend, and we're going to prowl around the food and drink and look at us. I've been to all sorts of venues in town. And to me, you were talking about going to a holiday party at a leader's home.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, one of the creative leaders did something very similar. And that to me was the best party because it was for the creative department. And that just felt way more relaxed and genuine. And he put together the food and he put together the menu and he put together the playlist. And it was a multi-story house. And on the top, you could look at the stars with his telescope. And I'm like, this just feels like family. That felt way better than the pomp and circumstance. I've been to a couple where it feels like, hey, the annual report presentation is going to happen at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And that's no fun. No fun. It's a buzzkill. I've also seen all of the inappropriate boozing behavior and everything. I would say the worst.
Guys, hey, take it easy at the Christmas party, y'all. What do you think's going to happen?
The worst Christmas party for me was when I was sexually harassed by my boss. There's that. Yeah.
Yeah, I touched on that. Yeah, gang, keep it together at the holiday party.
I know. But a couple of the best holiday parties, I worked for a design company that was in its heyday, the scrapbooking industry heyday. They were so generous and so thoughtful with everything they did. I had just started at this company. They threw this fantastic holiday party up at the big golf course that's up north. Is it Tom Watson? I don't know.
Could be any.
I don't know. I'm not a golfer.
Kansas City links.
It was fabulous. And they gave away so many gifts that were so original and fun and big. It was so lovely. And my husband had a great time. And then we did another one down at this really bougie venue downtown, and same company, equally generous, dancing the night away. It was so much fun. And I think it's because of the people I was with. So that was great.
There was a murder mystery party there were two.
For Christmas?
There were two murder mystery Christmas parties that I've been to. One was at, I think, Jocelyn Castle in Omaha. So it would have been one of the Omaha companies. So maybe it was the big agency, because I was there no, there would have only been two. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I just flashed back to that. And then there was a second one that was at a restaurant that was, maybe these might have been my wife's Christmas parties. But that's what I wanted to bring up as well, was team parties. I hosted one that you were at. It's when
You
I
did?
discovered your love of Montel Jordan, which I share.
I thought you were going to say Montel Williams.
I know, it took everything in me. That's the wrong Montel. And that was fun. And that was nice. And that was just for our little creative group. And what I got to be really fond of was the team-only potlucks and making those happen. I once threw a Thanksgiving when I was in my second year in college at my dorm. And I was just like on the dorm council or something. I wasn't even like an RA or anything. And I was just like, I'll do Thanksgiving. And
that's ambitious.
And did not have any sense of the idea that I was throwing Thanksgiving for hundreds of college-hungry students. And I had a turkey. And there were several dorms that were our base, and each dorm had several floors. And on each of those floors was an oven. And in each of those ovens, I had a turkey for 4 or 5 hours.
How many turkeys?
I lost count, but it might have
Had you ever made a turkey before?
It might have been 12, and no, I had never cooked a turkey before in my life.
What did you do to prep 12 turkeys?
You make sure they're thawed.
Where are you putting these turkeys?
In an oven.
No, before. Like, how are you prepping them?
I feel like somebody else was in charge of turkey procurement.
Okay.
But I was in charge
and storage.
Of
That's
turkey.
a lot of space.
Yeah, so we had to, and they were heavy, and so they were all, and we had to walk them and get them going. And then it was hours, and all I could do, because I would check the turkey every 20 minutes to half an hour, but doing the rounds and checking each turkey would take so long that by the time I got through them all, it was time to check the first turkey again. And then I had coordinated all the sides and all the tables, and we had a bunch of people helping. But I was we did win event of the campus event.
I can imagine you did.
Man, and we just fed
everybody.
Everyone. And and so recapturing that feeling has been a lot of, so we did those at our agency, did those at Garmin. And then one day I remember I just brought like my pancake griddle to the Foul Owls.
I do remember that.
Do you remember Pancake Day?
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm making pancakes today.
Yeah, I remember
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
It's things like that I miss. I know that was like one day out of hundreds, but that's
COVID Christmases, plural.
Yeah.
So you said you didn't go to any. Did they do anything where you were?
So I've been working like long distance remote or for myself since then.
Yeah.
So did we have a holiday party at the company I was at right when COVID hit? Gosh, Kevin, if you're watching, I don't remember. If we must have, they dressed up for Halloween. They must have I remember everyone dressing up for Halloween, but I don't remember if we had a holiday party. And then, then it was a company up in Toronto, and then it was a company in Nebraska. And I haven't really been to a holiday party since potentially 2019. But again, I'm having trouble pulling that one out of the old brain box here. So
my last gig put on one of the most lovely holiday experiences during COVID. Like this is up like at least in the top 3 holiday parties that I've experienced. So thank you, Chris and Chad. So it was the year where nobody was going anywhere. How do you have a party where nobody's going anywhere? Nobody wants to get together. They had, for everybody in the company, home delivery of a beautiful meal.
Oh my gosh,
like,
that's great.
At least a 4 or 5 course meal.
That's great.
You just set your oven on 375, and 10 minutes later, it's warmed up, and it was delicious.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Lon Lane. Then after that, everyone got online, and this was before everyone had Zoom fatigue, right? Everyone joined in on Zoom, and we did this super fun scavenger hunt. Like, who has the most Amazon boxes in their house? And you would have to go, you got 5 minutes to go scrounge a count. Like, it was just, and it was done in 45 minutes. So I'm like, this is so perfect. I get the rest of my evening together. I get to see people in a safe way and delicious food. Like, I could not believe it. Like, what was delivered to my house was fantastic. I didn't have to think about it. And I think there were a couple of gifts in there too. And Chris and Chad has always been very generous, even just with their gifts, right? So we're talking like, hey, here's a Yeti cooler, right? And here's a Solo stove or stuff like that is really thoughtful. on point. They really keep up with trends and things like that as far as gifts go. And it was just nice. It was just really nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
You know what this? You know what? I also maybe we'll save this. I also love a good summer party. I've had a lot of companies throw a good summer party. Maybe we'll save that.
Save
for
that.
Summer.
Save that because, and you'll have to tell me because I can't tell you how many summer parties I've missed because I was working. And that is what brings us full circle to a fantastic party for you and a non-existent party for me.
Yeah.
Because at that same amazing party where it was blue and it was at the hangar, I was
with several of our team members.
Up north in the frigid Minnesota working.
Yes.
Like probably putting in 16-hour days for 3 sequential days. And so I remember seeing like the flood on Instagram, like all these awesome photos of people having this great
how much
time.
Fun everybody's having.
And I'm like, that was not an option for me.
And I've told you this story before and I'll share it again. The ringleader of that sent an Instagram of, we're having a holiday party up here in our new business, whatever this is, up in Minnesota. And the ripple of...
I didn't ever know that. The ripple. I never heard about the ripple.
It was like someone threw a stone and the waves of, that's so unbelievably offensive. Why would he post that? And I got to think that post was up for less than 10 minutes because dude must have immediately gotten roasted. I might have even texted him in the last favor that I perhaps ever did and said, bro, take that down. That is not going over well in this room. You're making everyone work. But that was also then the year that we had the follow-up holiday party at my place, which I had to be like, we're throwing a holiday party. Give me $20 to buy food for it because you had your team in a conference room doing whatever during the actual holiday parties. Yeah, so we did come back around on that.
Yeah.
And I still have really great photos from that party.
Yeah.
They pop up in my screensaver.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Okay. All right. Final segment of this holiday special.
Yes. Good boy alert.
Hi, good boy.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. I
Can
love
we get
it
a
when
waggy tail on screen?
I love it when Archer comes to visit. Predictions.
There's that waggy tail.
2026. What are you feeling? What zany imagination do you have for 2026 in the world? Just what pops into your head? Do you have a hot take? What can you imagine happening in 2026? And you can be totally wrong.
I think I think by this time next year, we're going to have more definitive battle lines drawn in the human creativity versus AI slop.
I agree.
And I think that human creativity is going to show up. And I think I've likened it before to sometimes you need cheap 50-cent sets of plastic plates, and that's okay for that. But sometimes you need a set of plates that you can have in your home and depend on. And and human creativity is going to produce the good plates.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that by this time next year, and I'm already seeing the sort of upswell of people sharing their art, but also sharing the creation process of that art online. And I'm really enjoying that that's been taking off because you got to prove that you made the thing. So I'm looking forward to that. Outside of that, it's a wild space. As you mentioned, like, what is employment going to be? I don't know that I see the product design and user experience profession, which has taken a hit the last 2 years. I don't see that. I don't know that I see that necessarily bouncing back in the next 12 months. But I also do feel like and it's my industry, feel like we were living in kind of a bubble there for about 4 or 5 years. And so I don't see that bubble returning, but hopefully some stability for everybody else that I know out there who's looking for a gig and looking for work and looking for things to produce starts to just get the ground back under their feet.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think there's going to be some sort of AI reckoning of what it's actually producing and is that desirable.
Will that bubble pop in the next 12 months?
Yeah.
Just keep getting bigger.
And that's a dicey territory because I do think some tools are going to continue putting out slop. Other tools, though, I think may get better. And it may get more difficult. Bye. It may get more difficult to really detect some things. And that's where it gets really murky on where the creativity is and it isn't. So my hope is that if there is a reckoning of people who want human fingerprints again on the work, you may get some camps of people. For example, if you are a client looking for someone to provide a bunch of AI content for you and what they're producing is AI looking, is that what you want for your brand? If you do, great. If you don't, where else are you going to find something better?
Yeah. I think what I just keep seeing, maybe this is the algorithm, maybe there's people out there who's just so stone cold pumped and, oh my God, this was made with AI. I'm so pumped about that. So far, the only people I've seen who say that are people who are selling AI products.
Yeah.
But if a general audience thinks that, I remember seeing this in some Marvel shows on Disney, it was like, oh, they made a part of this intro with AI, and people spot that and they immediately write off the entire show. It gets creative endeavors dismissed.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because it's artificial.
Yeah. I don't see that going away.
Do you want to read a book written by AI? I don't.
No,
do you want
what would even
to
be
see
the
a
point of that?
movie done all in AI? No, I don't. It's artificial. So I think we're going to see that play out, shake out, and that'll be really interesting. I wonder maybe by this time next year if some clients or some brands want to undo AI.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that'll come around.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Or they'll just quietly say that it's not we're just not focusing in that area anymore.
Design for 2026. Hey, Pantone's color of the year.
Oh, off-white?
It's called Cloud Dancer.
No, that's white, Pantone. What are you doing?
What do you do with that?
It's like a 7403. It's like one of those real like late stage numbers. Is it? I'm going to type it in. Hang on.
I've heard all sorts of takes on it, that it is a...
Oh, snap. 7403 is a yellow. Gang, it's been a long time. I used to know him.
There's a lot of blowback from that choice, and there's a lot of innuendo and a lot of assumptions that are made about choosing that color. Political assumptions aside, just from a design standpoint, what do you do with that?
We've got off-white. We've got a off-white cream. We're right. The thing here, is it 4201? So here, Pantone, you're getting beat. I just typed in Pantone Cloud Dancer color, maybe, and you know what? Pantone's site didn't come up. I should be able to pull that color, not Cloud Dancer, but maybe maybe it's 114201. God, I don't know, but I should be able to pull that. What's coming up is 2026, and that's not the Pantone number of that color.
No.
That's the year. Pantone, you're getting beat by yourself.
But I don't want everything white. Is this the pendulum swing from brutalism, maximalism that's out there right now? Like you either get, which I love a good Nancy Meyers set. I do. In its neutrals and its light tonal things and whatnot. But is it just a balancing act of everything that we've seen?
I don't know.
Okay. That's what's fun.
I don't know. What is their thought process?
I don't know.
They're getting picked up by Vogue. So they're about getting those. I would say it's more about getting those placements and less about what the actual Megan, can you name a time where the Pantone color of the year was something that you experienced in the following year?
No.
Yeah.
The lag time is usually 2 or 3 years, in my opinion. I think what was this year's? Like some sort of like warm brown, warm
I was going to say
tan.
that I remember a brown one
Yeah.
lately. Yeah.
But like this idea of white, I know white's a color, or is it absence of color?
white.
I don't know.
Sky white.
I don't know.
Sky white.
I'm torn. I don't know. I like peace
Is it
and
Sky Dancer or Cloud Dancer?
Cloud Dancer.
Okay, see, like, Sky White is a better name because it's dumber, but self-aware.
What's your resolution for 2026?
On the spot, and I think that I actually saw that was on the notes, and I did not. I have goals.
Yeah. No, personal.
No. Yeah.
Just something that you're really hoping to bring more intentionality to in 2026.
Okay, the more intentionality, God's honest truth, is as I've been balancing being a parent, being an entrepreneur, having clients, and having responsibilities inside and outside of the house, it has been difficult for me to get my exercise in, so I am hoping to redouble there.
Classic.
And that's going to help everything else. And if I can, I was doing pretty well there, and it was literally just like 15 minutes a day. And if I could just get back to 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a switch that needs to happen up here. and nowhere else, and get back down to the other parts of this studio and make that. How about yourself?
I will support you in that.
Thank you.
That's good. That's good. I have had a really tough year, so I have had a lot of contemplation about transcendent things and the meaning of life and the shortness of time. So I would like to put more intentionality into having a hobby, something that's just leisure, something that's pure fun, something that improves your neuroplasticity, your long-term memory, lowers cortisol, just pure fun, not for a side hustle, not for the gram, just something that is just me. So,
I will support you in that. Megan, have you ever played Destiny?
No.
I'm way into Destiny again. It's Destiny 2 now. And they just released a Star Wars themed expansion. It's still very much Destiny, but very instantly recognizable as Star Wars. And it's got its hooks back in me, and it's an online game that we could play together.
Oh.
You get yourself a PC or a PlayStation 5 and maybe set that up in the basement, get yourself a headset so we can chat. And then I play in the morning before everyone wakes up. So if you want to get up very early in the mornings.
That's when I'm exercising.
And join this hobby. I see how it is. Could I get a treadmill hooked up to my PlayStation?
Yes.
Do this. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. What are you circling? What are you circling for hobbies?
I have a free, cheap, and investment.
Yeah.
Like 3 things I'm going to try. First is I'd like to, when I was a kid, like that's what hobbies are supposed to do. Get in touch with your inner child, and what just brought you pure joy. And I love to dance, and I haven't danced in years. I want to learn like shuffle dance and do some like retro dancing.
I love it.
So
yes,
that's free because I could learn that off of YouTube. Second is some light poetry classes and writing poetry and essays.
Yes.
So that's a slight investment. And a bigger investment. What was my bigger investment?
This is Pokemon cards.
Watercolor painting.
I think
that can get pricey.
I think you should do all 3.
Okay.
If you do watercolor paintings, get yourself a halfway decent set. Don't get the Crayola set. They're no good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And all of that is embodied, right? All of that gets me back to reality. And I think that's what I'm craving too.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that our holiday
I think that's
chat? Thank you. Thank you for a great year.
It's been I'm looking forward to an even better year.
Yeah.
Thank you for starting this company with me.
Yeah, thank you.
And having this show and taking care of it and doing all the editing and on all the clips and managing our brand presence.
Thank you for being with us on our inaugural year, or the first part of our first season, and expect more cool things next year. We've got some cool announcements that you will definitely want to stick around for.
There's big things happening in first half.
So subscribe, follow, share, all the things, all the social things, and stay tuned to what Flatlander Studio has planned in 2026. So thank you for being with the Flatlandery, where, what did we say last time? Grids are good and every button does what it should. So thank you.